That, guys, this is part 2. So as I was saying, it was enough space for her 4 newborn kittens that she was nursing, and also some food for her to eat and gain strength. And then I had 4 water bowl containers for the community cats, like right next to my doorstep. So she didn't have to go far for food, she didn't have to go far for water, and she could take care of her cats. And I was like, well, if she pee and poo, it is what it is, I'll just clean it up. But eventually I thought she'd move and find a safer place. But nah, shorty got comfortable. And then it was a time where it just kept raining back to back to back. Every day it was raining so heavy, so heavy, so heavy. And I thought, well, maybe she'll, go somewhere else. But what I noticed was, yeah, she'll go somewhere else, all right. She would leave her babies in there while she's gone. And like I said, this is not the safest place. I don't even feel comfortable walking around this fucking neighborhood. Now I'm realizing I should have just said fuck it and take her to the pound. Had I known what I know now. Had I known then what I know now. So there was one weekend where I was sick. I don't know what happened to me. I felt like I was battling a light fever. I woke up to pee and I just felt so weak. My body, I was just like, what the fuck is going on with me? Why do I feel like this? And everything in my body was just like, you need to sleep. You need to go to fucking sleep. Before then, I would watch her, It was coming up towards a week. I would watch her, watch the kittens. I would make sure everybody's eating, take care of them, because I feed the condominium cats. I'm not the only one who does it, but I'm the one who does it regularly, and I'm the one who buys big body bags. I'm talking about as big as they come to feed them. 30-pound bags, 35-pound bags to feed them. I don't play. Regularly. While everybody else, they'll feed them maybe some of their dog food, maybe some other food, maybe some food for the cats, but it'd be like so fucking tiny. And I'm like, shorty, we got a lot of cats out here. And the shit that grinds my gears is I'm the one who gets disrespected because I feed the cats. The fact of the matter is this. You step 6 blocks outside of the condominium, it's nothing but rats. You see rats ducking and dodging, crossing different bushes while you're walking. You go to that condominium, you see no rats, no mice, unless they just been killed by the cats, or they're climbing and running past the gate and on trees, branch to branch, because they're trying to avoid being killed from the cats. So the cats have their usefulness. But the way people act, people always treat cats like they're a fucking nuisance. And I identify with that feeling, because people like to treat me like I'm a fucking nuisance until it's time to use me when they're in need or they're in want. And people used to disrespect me. They still do, not as much, because I done went ham and I done cussed a few motherfuckers out, and I've been willing to stand 10 toes down and fuck a bitch up. And now that people understand, okay, she gets aggressive. Oh, okay, she got a mouth on her. Oh, okay, she'll fuck me up and beat my ass. Yeah, bitch. That's the fuck I will. I don't know what the fuck you thought this was, but I'm gonna tell you what it ain't. It ain't pussy. I play with cats all day, but I ain't pussy. And since I play with cats all day, I know pussy. Don't play with me, because this ain't you and this ain't the route you beat for. This ain't the path you've most chosen in your life. Calm it down and take a detour. Take a left, bitch. So, I, just left her there. And when I would try to do things like move the kittens and stuff like that, even if it was just to change the padding and stuff, she would take them right back. She wouldn't even give me a chance. She'll take them right back into the cat's house and just sit in there. And I'm like, you're not even moving. But as she gotten better, I noticed she would leave them alone for hours on end. And I gotta work. I got things to do. I can't just be there spending my days away just watching them. I wish, but I can't. I'm only human. And one weekend I got sick. And I woke up, I went to pee, and I just felt so sick. And my body just felt weak. And I was like, I need to sleep. I'm tired. I need to sleep. So I slept some more, and I slept. I want to say over 24 hours, turning into the next day. I was sick. I'm only human. And if I'm sick, ain't nobody gonna take care of me but me. I almost died of COVID. And thank God I had the herbs to heal myself. Because if I didn't, that would have been my deathbed. And nobody gave a fuck. Ain't nobody was gonna check on me, take care of me. It just would have been what it was. I don't come outside. Don't nobody give a fuck. And then when I come outside, you complaining because I'm feeding cats. I live a hectic, lonely life. And it shouldn't be that way. But anyways, I was feeling better. I was getting my trash together in the big trash bag. And I was going outside, getting ready to take out the trash, getting ready to check on the kittens as normal. When I tell you, I opened my door, looked down on my doorstep, and I saw a scene from a horror movie. It was a fucking massacre. Not only were those kittens killed, I'm looking in the cat house. I see blood. I see one of the kittens, eyes open, body stiff, throat slashed. And then I see another kitten, dead, mutilated, chopped up into pieces, body cut, neck cut, head inside of the water bowl. Like, the way that poor baby was cut, it was cut with such precision. That shit looked like it was with a knife, a butcher knife. I was like, I didn't even know wild animals could cut like that. Such precision, clean the fuck off. And I'm just seeing flies on their dead body, just eating up. Now, when I was coming down, I heard baby girl meowing loudly. But she normally meow because she want to get fed, So I didn't think nothing of it before I opened the door. I just thought, girl, I'm going to feed you. Like, girl, calm down. I know you hungry. I didn't know she was trying to warn me, bro. They was murdered. They were mutilated. And I just screamed at the top of my lungs, like, what is this? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? And the neighbors coming out, opening their door, talking about, I hear somebody screaming. Who's screaming? Who's screaming? And I'm like, look, they got killed. Like, what happened? What happened? What happened? And then I had a neighbor of mine who I knew for a very long time. And this is why I say, cuss a bitch out today. Don't wait till later. I always knew that she saw me as someone who was beneath her, you know? She saw me as someone who was weird. I had a long history with this bitch. She saw me as someone who was weird, stupid, foolish, someone that she could talk shit to, you know? But it was like everyday, like, catty bitch shit. It wasn't enough for me to, like, really feel like I gotta turn up on a hoe. It was just like, oh, you gained weight. Mind you, this bitch is a fucking Sasquatch. No disrespect. She extra tall, and there's nothing wrong with that. I love my stallions. But bitch, you tall, you flat-chested. You got your hips wider than a fucking Ford pickup truck with a big ass and some big ass thighs. And you like to wear little tiny shorts, which is cellulite showing. And you know what? Guess what? I don't give a fuck about the cellulite. I don't give a fuck that you tall. I don't give a fuck that you big. I don't give a fuck that you flat-chested. You're a woman. You matter. You're a human being. You matter. You're a black woman. You matter. But why can't I get the same fucking grace? And she'll normally say little slick shit here and there, and I don't give a fuck. I normally bypassed it and keep it pushing. But that day, that fucking day, she saw me broken. She saw me screaming at the top of my lungs, what happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? And the first thing she said to me, with an attitude, with a whole fucking chest, it's your fault because you put food there. And mind you, I didn't put food there. The food that I did put there for her in the beginning, shorty ate already. I have not been there. I have been sick, sleeping, trying to regain strength, hoping I feel better. And you see that this shit is crushing me. And the first fucking thing you did was talk your shit and say, well, you shouldn't. I snapped on this bitch. I saw red and I snapped on this bitch. And for every time I bypassed the shade, every time I ignored the slick comments and her trying to put me down so she could feel better about herself, every time I cussed her ass out. From heaven, hell, back to earth again. I cussed her ass out and made up for all those times, and especially that one. I said, bitch, are you fucking dumb? I said, I tried to move her. This is the first time a cat has ever decided to have her babies on my fucking doorstep. I tried to fucking move her. She wouldn't fucking move. She wouldn't fucking move her kittens. She just refused to move and she stayed there. You think I wish this? I didn't put food on the fucking doorstep. And I screamed, and then she don't scream at me. It's because I said, I fucking hate you. I fucking hate you, bitch. I fucking hate you. I fucking hate you. I hope you get cancer again, bitch. And for other people saying, how could you say that? I said that because this bitch kept trying me. I said that because this bitch saw how this affected me and still went for my jugular, so I went for hers. And I said, bitch, I hope you get back cancer again. You ugly on the inside and out. She's like, I'm ugly? And she looking at me like you know the looks bitches give, like, bitch, you need to look in the mirror. Shorty, I'm in my house dress. My hair is not done. The fact of the matter is, baby, this hair damn near halfway down my back. The skin is flawless. Even on my worst acne day, my skin is still damn near flawless. And this face is on baby. And it's been given baby face for a very long time. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you. And a lot of times I think this bitch is colorist too. Like, she thinks because she's lighter than me. Her daughter too. Because let's be honest, a lot of motherfuckers, you think they mama a mess, and then you come to find out the daughter no different. I feel like she think because she lighter complected than me, because she's light skinned. She a light brown, safe brown. And her daughter's like high yellow. A bitch thinks she better. Bitch, are you dumb? Are you dumb? And then I went in some more. I said, you ugly on the inside out. I said, the cancer already took your titties. Ain't like you had much anyway. And it already took your hair. You're ugly. You're ugly. And then she hit me with, but I survived. Sorry for the background noise. They're mowing. These bitch ass niggas is mowing. They be disrespecting me too. Anyways, because they heard other people talk shit about me. It's like it's not even it is a domino effect. Because the reason why they respect the cats now is because of how hard I go for them. But when you have nobody going hard for you, everybody feel like you were targeted, and that's my issue. She was like, oh, but I survived. It's your mom who died. I said, bitch, you think she ain't survived cancer the first time, ho? I was like, instead of worrying about me, worry about them cancer cells in your fucking body, bitch. Worry about them turning into ovarian cancer and then taking you under for real, for real. Worry about yourself, bitch. And then she said, I'm not scared of you. Which I don't know why people say shit like that, because you saying that just letting me know, bitch, you scared of me. You scared of me. Your nose is running. You scared of me, ho. And I said, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. She was like, don't talk to me. Don't come close to me. Da, da, da. I cussed this bitch out. But that's the part that I remembered vividly, and I cussed that bitch out. She's like, girl, worry about that mess. Worry about your house. I don't care about your family. This bitch don't care about my family, but this bitch was so fucking nosy. This bitch used to stand outside and lean on my fucking door when my mother was alive and my aunt was alive. Just to watch the drama unfold. And then when I said, please leave my fucking doorstep, the bitch dropped her daughter off, because her daughter was in elementary at the time, like 2 blocks away from the elementary school. And then this bitch walked home, got a banana, and then walked back to me to lean on my door to eat something while she watching me fighting for my fucking life. This is the type of bitch she is. And then I said to her, okay, so when your dog gets out again without your knowledge, I won't say shit. So in case something happens to her, I can look you dead in the face and say, it's your fault. And then she said, it's a dog, I don't care. And I'm like, I know this bitch don't give a fuck. There was one time where the places had to be tinted so that they could take care of a termite infestation. This bitch gave my mother the goldfish that she had. Was it a goldfish or was it a Mexican fighter fish? I think it was a Mexican fighter fish to watch. Meanwhile, she let her cat just run rampant. Then the cat ran back inside the house, and then the cat got trapped in. And the place was tinted and had poisonous gas for an infestation of termites. The whole night that cat was screaming, pleading for someone to help save its life. And I was freaking out, and I was like, Mom, I think I'm gonna break the window to help get that cat out. And my mom was like, no, don't you do that, don't you dare. And she talked me out of it. But in the morning that cat died. I mean, suffocated to death. And she just replaced the cat. Like she just replaced it a pen, replaced it some shoes, replaced it a skirt, and then she told me to be quiet. That cat grown now that she replaced. But I'm like, bitch, I know you don't give a fuck. I know you don't give 2 fucks. I know you don't give several fucks. If that dog of yours gets ran over or worse, or if your cat gets killed or worse, because I know what type of bitch you are. Then another neighbor of mine comes out. He came back. I don't know where he went to, but he parked his car and he came back. And I'm cleaning up their bodies. And I'm apologizing to baby girl. But baby girl wasn't sad. And I'm like, I'm the one who's sad. There was a Amazon truck driver who saw me crying. And he walked up to me. He's like, ma'am, are you okay? You okay? And I said to him, they killed my kittens, bruh. Like, they killed them. They murdered them. They slaughtered them. And even he had the decency to say, I'm so sorry, ma'am. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm so sorry. Dropped off his package, said I'm sorry again, and went back to his duties. But this bitch who knew me the longest had the nerve to fix her mouth to say that shit to me. You hit me where it hurts, bitch. I'm dragging you down another level. And that's what my mindset is now. Her daughter came, and I got respect for her daughter. Even though they kind of the same way, ain't no fucking different. I apologize. Because I know what it's like to have a mom with cancer. Only difference between yours and mine is that yours made it through. I mean, mine made it through the first time, but eventually it took her under. And I apologized to her. And she said, how you think that made me feel? How you think that made me feel? That's my mom. That's my mom. And I apologized to her. And I said she went for my throat, so I went for hers. But I understand I was wrong, and I apologize to you. She saw them cats. She saw those kittens be mutilated. They got killed on their anniversary of 1 week being alive. And she saw the damage. And for her to say that shit to me, that shit hurt. That shit pained me. That shit, it still fucks me up inside. And I told her, she reached and went for my jugular, so I reached and I went for hers, and I kept on. And she said, thank you for apologizing. And then I tried to recompose myself as I threw away their bodies, and it just broke my heart. Because I didn't want to throw their bodies in the dumpster, but I was like, where else can I go? Where else can I put them? And then I tried to be the bigger person, like I normally try to do, and I apologized to this bitch. And she said, don't talk to me. You said this and that to me. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. And then I said to her, you go out your way to say disrespectful shit to me all the time. And she said, what have I said to you? Of course she's oblivious. People who hurt your feelings, a lot of times they're oblivious unless you bring it to their attention. And sometimes even then they forget and they live in their lives. But I say that to say, I normally bypass your bullshit. I normally bypass the disrespect. I normally bypass the shade. I normally bypass the way that you rub me the wrong way from time to time. There are times where she'll come home from work and I don't even want to say hi to this bitch. But out of respect for who she is, out of respect for the times when I was in trouble, And I had estranged myself from my aunt finally. And I was just dealing, I was dealing with this ain't shit nigga, and he refused to get the fuck out of my house. And I didn't have the money to go to the courthouse to get a proper eviction notice and this, that, and the third. You know, she helped me. So out of respect and remembrance for that, I would bypass that. But when you saw me crumbling and you said that shit, you don't give a fuck. You don't see me as a human being. You see me as a person you could say crazy shit to, and I'm still just supposed to eat it. And for people who are not pet lovers, people who don't give a fuck about cats, dogs, or whatever, I don't expect you to understand. But for those who do, who see their pets, whether it's cat, dogs, snakes, reptiles, amphibians, birds, that's your family. I gave them names. I started thinking about what it would look like as they got older. I bought a bigger house, a dog house, really. So as they got bigger, they all could be in there and be safe. And I'm planning for the future with them in mind. And you see, everybody around these motherfucking parts can see just how much I really do love these cats. Do they get on my nerves? Of course, family get on your nerves, but everybody can really look and see like, yo, she really love these cats. Like, yo, don't disrespect them cats in front of her. Like, yo, she'll cuss you out. Like, yo, she'll be willing to throw hands with you about these cats. Just respect that shit. And for you to say that shit to me and really think I wasn't gonna, bitch, you go low, I will grab your ankles and go lower. And I will drag you to the 7 circles of hell and look for the 8th. Don't play with me, bitch. And then she was talking shit, so I cussed her out again. And then I was walking past her daughter and I said, she keeps starting with me. And then her daughter got angry. I get it. That's your mother. Protect your mother, as you rightfully should. But then her daughter was getting roxy, like she wanted to throw hands. And at that moment, I was so calm because I screamed, I shook, I broke, I cried my fucking eyes out. I damn near had to stop myself from passing out as I gathered up their dead bodies. I threw everything away. All that death, I threw it away. I even threw away my broom that I swept all of that out. I cleared it because I was like, I don't want this death on my doorstep. I'm tired. I don't want this energy of death on my doorstep. I threw it all away. And she wanted to protect her mother, and I respect it. So I didn't go ham on her. But she was running up, ready to put hands, and people were holding her back. And I'm looking at her like, if you touch me, I'm going to break you. And I don't think you're ready for that. And as I break you, your mother's going to want to jump in, and I'm going to break her too. And for anyone else who want to jump in, I got mace for that ass so I can break all of you together. I was so calm. And as someone who is an introvert, I'm an empath. Sometimes I could be quite skittish. I don't like being around people. I don't like these types of energy. But for me to go through all that I went through, I was calm. This wasn't what you wanted. And then another neighbor of mine, like I said, he came through and then he saw the commotion and he's talking with her. And he's talking with the daughter. And I told his tea. He was like, oh, the association need to cuss her out. And she shouldn't be able to feed these cats. And da-da-da. I cussed his ass out. I'm not going to lie. I cussed his ass out on a regular. But anyways, this time especially. He was on my lawn talking shit. just happily on my property with no problem. And I said to the whole fucking condominium, everybody who was out there watching, I said, this nigga is a woman beater. You are a woman beater. And these are facts. This is not something I lied about. I was like, your wife left you because you are a woman beater. You are past the age of 50. He told me he was 75. I was like, good God. That's even worse. This motherfucker, he's Haitian. He went to Haiti, talked to this young girl, 19, 20, early 20s. She didn't look like she was past 22. Baby. Tricked her into believing that if she went with him to the States, he was going to help her get her green card. All for this motherfucker to use her to cook for him, clean for him, fuck on him, and use her as a fucking punching bag. I'm like, my nigga, you a sex trafficker. You're the lowest of the low. You're a woman beater. And I said this shit for everybody to hear. Because I'm like, you have these people here who do horrible things. And you know this shit. And y'all ignore it purposefully. And y'all smile in his face and happily say hi. But me, I'm the bitch who you snap at. Because I feed cats. I'm not selling rocks. I'm not molesting your children. I'm not vandalizing your cars or your homes. I'm feeding cats. And y'all got so much hate and anger for me. But the other people in these condominiums who do the same thing, y'all still all smiles. I told this fucking T, and her daughter was still snapping, and I snapped right back. I ain't give a fuck. I had nothing to lose. And then they were like, well, let's call the cops. I said, bitch, call the cops. And then her mother said, Aki bitch. I'm going to call this bitch Aki. And then Aki bitch said, oh, if I call the cops, she going to go inside. I said, nah, ho. I'm standing 10 toes down. I don't know what the fuck you think this is, but I'm a grown-ass woman now. Play with it if you want to, bitch. Because here's the thing. When I was going through what I was going through when I was younger, that was a tactic my mother used. That was a tactic my aunt used. That was a tactic my cousins used. And then I met this ain't shit nigga, and I told him my tea. And this was a tactic he used. And this is a tactic that they observed and wanted to use too. When a person knows that you had run-ins with the cops, they like to say, oh, I'm going to call the cops, because they think you're supposed to stop, and it's going to make you crumble and run away, and or crumble to your knees and say, no, don't call the cops. Me be good nigga for myself. Me be good nigga for myself. But what you not understanding, bitch, is my name is Good. My name is Good, and it's been good for years. I'm a grown-ass woman now, bitch. My name is Good. My name is Good. I said, call the cops, ho. Cops came fast. Woo, sirens. Whole bunch of dudes, whole bunch of black men. Different ages. And then they talking they shit, and I'm like, that's a lie. And then R. Kelly woman beater said, oh, I saw the whole thing. I said, that's a bullshit lie. He just rolled up like 10 minutes ago. And then the one with the glasses, who was a bit older, said, look, it's okay, ma'am. Just because we listen to them doesn't mean we're going to take what they say as truth over yours. We just here to listen, so just calm down. I said, cool, I'm going to stand over here. So the one with the glasses and the younger one, they rolled up and I was like, okay, so what happened? First they asked me for my name. I gave them all of that. With no problem, no stutter. 10 toes down, back straight. Words enunciated with force, with tone. And I said, if you want my social security number, officer, I'll give you that too. He said, oh, no, we don't need that. We don't need that. So what happened? And I explained to them what happened. And when they saw me speak about those kittens and they saw me broke down, I know they believed me. And then I told him what the fuck she said. And I'm like, and then she sees how that fucking affected me, and for this bitch to say it's your fault with all this attitude and try to demean me, and you don't even fucking know the half of it, bitch. I spazzed on this hoe. And the younger officer was like, okay, so when you say you spazzed on her, like, what you mean by that? I was like, I cussed this bitch smooth the fuck out. Because what the fuck she thought? How dare you? How dare you? And then he shrugged his shoulders. He was like, oh, okay, well, you ain't touch her. Freedom of speech. Y'all just had a disagreement. It is what it is. Yeah, just you stay your side, she stay hers. As long as you ain't walk up to her property and you ain't put your hands on her. I'm like, nah. And at that moment, I should have said, if anything, her little bitch that came, if anything, this little scrawny ass, flat chested, no curve having ass daughter, her little bitch ass of a daughter tried to run up on me and tap me. But what a bitch not understanding is she was going to get her shit rocked. That's what I should have said. But like I said, I had respect for little girl. She in her mid-20s. She ain't no, she grown by now. But I was like, I had respect for it. Stand up for your mama. Even if your mama's an ain't shit bitch. Stand up for your mama. Whatever. So they gave her a card. They gave me a card. They went up to her and they asked her. She said the same shit I said. And I cussed you the fuck out, ho, because what the fuck you thought, bitch? And then when they asked, so what you want to do? Like what? Oh, we just want her to stay in her way and I stay in my way and da, 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 da. And then they're like, well, you could, go get what was it again? Forgive me. They were like, yeah, you could go get a restraining order. I mean, good luck with that, bitch, because I live right across from you. So how effective would that be? But nah, ho, stay away from me and I stay away from you. I'm the type of person, if I cuss you out that badly, trust me, the idea is to stay away from you. The idea is to never speak to you again. The idea is to break all ties from you. Break free, bitch. Break free. No Ariana Grande. Break free. Because fuck you thought, ho. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? And then I wanted to tell the cops about R. Kelly woman beater. And they were like, well, no, we just want to deal with this situation right here. Okay, but when he wanted to walk up to you and talk his shit, y'all was all ears. Like, I'm tired of people playing with me. So now I say this to everyone. Cuss them motherfuckers out right now. Now, maybe your cuss out ain't going to be how I did it. Because I went in. I understand full throttle. I went in. And I'm satisfied with it. And sometimes when I look back on it, I feel a little bad, but then I'm like, this bitch don't give two fucks about you, let alone what you experience. So then I don't feel bad about it. And then there are some times when I'm replaying it in my mind and I'm like, damn, I wish we thumped. I wish I got some licks in. I wish I could stomp on her itty bitty flatter ass chest where she had to have the titties removed because she had breast cancer. But that's just me thinking evil. Because I was enraged. But stand up for yourself. Whatever it is. Whether it is you getting that restraining order. Whether it is you calling those cops. Whether it is you gathering up your proof. And filing that claim in the EEOC. Calling corporate. Stand up for yourself. Document and notate it the first fucking time. And every time. And speak on it. Because when you don't, you're just training that person to think that it's okay to be a full-time abuser of you. And then when a blowout happens and you finally speak your piece like I did, they're going to look at you like you crazy and like you just made up some shit. That bitch said, oh, she has psych issues. She has psych problems. Bitch, you don't know shit about me. You don't know shit about me. But once again, you're taking the nasty shit that my mom and my aunt used to say about, especially my aunt. My aunt used to lie out her ass. She dead now. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. And because you've seen how that hook go You thought it was going to be the same song and dance. And then the cops like, well, I mean, people want to talk shit, don't stress it. I'm like, nah. It's been going on for far too long. But what they not understanding is I'm a grown-ass woman now. I'm standing 10 toes down in my shit. You're not finna talk to me crazy. You're not finna disrespect me like that. You're not finna think shit gonna be wavy. Are you dumb? Are you dumb, bitch? Are you dumb? And I hope the same way I replay those kittens' bodies laying at my fucking doorstep every single time, and how that shit hurt my heart, hurt my soul. I hope all those words I said to her, she replayed in her fucking mind too. Especially when she looks at her chest. Especially when she looks at herself in the mirror. Especially, bitch. And I know you won't be so quick with your mouth ever to fuck again. Sometimes you gotta train people. Not even sometimes. A lot of the times you gotta train a motherfucker on how to act. But I know, that fuck bitch won't ever just be fly mouth like that again. For you to be that grown and think it's okay to still talk to another grown up in that disrespectful way, yeah, bitch, you got a rude awakening. Rest in piss, ho. You and them nasty, ugly ass titties.